keeper, number 12, David Scaraduma. The referees, Alex Perron, Andrew Stefania. Working the lines are Sean Heilman and Stephen Pons.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome to Saxon Stadium on the campus of Mercyhurst University. This is a National Premier Soccer League match between the visiting Southern Indiana Guardians and the Whites and the homestanding Erie Commodores right here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Just underway. Commodores enter play with a record of 1-2-1. Southern Indiana, a first-year team. Commodores tied Steel City 1-1 on the 25th of May. Lost to Flower City Union 3-2. Beat Niagara on the 14th of June 5-0. And the Commodores are moving from left to right here in the first half. Temperature at game time has got to be in the mid to upper 80s, and of course with the artificial surface you can add about 10 degrees down there. They're going to give water breaks at approximately 25 minutes in and 75 minutes in. Starters for Southern Indiana: Maximus Leroy, Xander Leroy, Narnum Oki, Xander Oshner, Jeremiah Leroy, Andrew Beck, Michael Miller, Ashton Oshner, David Snowden, Trevor Matthews, and the keeper is Liam Fitzgerald. And he's decked out in a maroon jersey with a blue stripe. The assistant coaches for Southern Indiana are Stephanie Leroy and Ken Leroy. Starters for the Commodores: defender Dylan Greggs, number 2. Defender Danny Prieto. As the Commodores have just scored. And take a quick 1-0 lead. They have credited the Commodores' goal to forward Alex Leaw, and he was helped by Harrison Watts to make it 1-0, beating keeper Liam Fitzgerald. Again, the starters for the Commodores: number 2 is Dylan Greggs, 3 Danny Prieto, 4 Lewis Trapp, 6 is Mika Lankoff, 8 is Charlie Peterson, 14 Ethan Zarka, 23 Santiago Echeverry, 24 Harrison Watts, 29 Alex Leaw, 31 Tarek Jarouge, and the keeper is David Skorodumov. Again, Commodores in blue, moving from the north end of Saxon Stadium to the south end here in the first half. And Southern Indiana, as we mentioned previously, all white. Southern Indiana has only one bench player here, and that is Mark Christie. He wears number 0. Commodores bench players, midfielder Ignacio Gallego, defender Ryan Mervchich, midfielder Dejon Barthley, forward Guillermo Ferrero, defender Ramsey Termanini, defender Andy Jones, and midfielder Owen Peterson. Those are the reserves today for the Erie Commodores. Commodores head coach Rich Wall also coaches here at Mercyhurst University. He's the head women's soccer coach, and he'll be starting his second year as Mercyhurst University transitions to the Northeast 10 Conference, Division I Conference, having made that announcement some weeks ago, leaving the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, although the Lakers have teams in a few other conferences, but the primary conference, Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference. But as we say, they're going to be leaving and going to the Northeast 10. That free kick just missed the far corner as Fitzgerald was beaten to his right side, but it just missed far side on the free kick from the near line. Fitzgerald is going to send this away for Southern Indiana. 1-0 Erie, 9 minutes into the first half. Commodores get possession. Turned it over, however. Got to be tough when you only have one bench player for Southern Indiana. 7-hour trip. They'll go to Niagara, I believe, tomorrow to complete the road swing for the Guardians. One more home game in the regular season for the Commodores will be on July 6th. Akron City at 6 p.m. Someone got nailed in the side of the head there for the Guardians, and he's in somewhat pain at the moment, down on one knee. And the official Alex Perrin comes in to assess the situation at about the 30-yard line, far side. Benches are on the near side here in the shade at Saxon Stadium. They also have baseball going on behind us. And they also had ice hockey in the ice center behind us. Summer camp. Back to play now, 1-0 Erie, 11 minutes into the first half. Alex Leah scored about 3:20 into the first half. Commodores trying to get to the 500 mark and get back into the thick of things. There's a nice save there by the keeper, Fitzgerald, who came out and deflected a shot high over top of the cage. And it will result in a corner kick. They also had a band contest here the last several days here at Mercyhurst University. So despite the fact that the students are gone, there's another shot, a header over top of the goal. Still plenty of activity here on the campus of Mercyhurst University. We are in a heat wave. For those of you who go back to Martha and the Vandellas back in the 60s, one of their big hits, Heat Wave, and we certainly are in a heat wave. We're not alone. It's been scorching here the past few days, but only one record high, I believe, was set. That was, I think, Monday or Tuesday. Commodores again, there's a shot that's blocked, never got through. Nice defensive play there from Trevor Matthews for the Guardians. So the Guardians with a very small roster here and battling not only the depth issue but also the temperatures. Keeper Skorodumov came out to play it out to midfield. We're not discounting Southern India, but one would think that the Commodores certainly have the upper hand today. Maybe try to work on a few things as they progress here this afternoon. Again, I'm John Leisring. We welcome you to the National Premier Soccer League. A good friend, John Melody, got to renew acquaintances before the contest. John coached here, played here at Mercyhurst, coached also at Gannon. He owns the Commodores. John was elected into the Metro Erie Sports Hall of Fame a year ago. Well deserved. Commodores have dominated possession here and time in the attacking zone. There's a crossing ball that goes over everybody, and it will be allowed to roll out of play there at the far side. Throw in from Southern Indiana. And the Guardians turn it over. Zarka to the far line and now back to midfield. Here's side to Lewis Trapp. Watts. Here's Lankoff. Makes it over on the near side, just a little bit out of my view. Almost a good pass, didn't quite connect and goes out of play. Nice idea there from Dylan Greggs, but his teammate wasn't anticipating, and the pass eluded him. That is Jarouge. Fitzgerald sends it away and got it into Commodore territory. It's headed out. 16 minutes have elapsed here in the first half. 1-0 Erie on a goal by Alex Leaw. About 3:20 into the contest. One would think the Commodores will substitute liberally as this game moves along. Supposed to continue to be very hot and humid for one more day. The heat warning lasting until about 8 o'clock tomorrow night, about 25 hours, 26 hours from now. And then it will get a little cooler. Throw in at midfield for the Commodores. All the way up on the near side now to Greggs. And tapped back near midfield to Trapp here on the near side. Where's number 4? Looking over the defense. Try to get a long ball through to a teammate that didn't quite connect. Now, ball right out at the top of the box. Over on the right side, there's a shot that's blocked, and the keeper will come out to try to corral it before it went over the end line, and he was not able to do so. That will result in a corner kick. 18.5 minutes into the first half, 1-0 Erie. Good try there by Fitzgerald, couldn't quite save it. Zarka will handle the corner kick. Far corner to my right on the near side. Not a bad crowd here considering how hot and muggy it is. There's a ball right in front. There was a good job again by Fitzgerald, the keeper who made his presence known. Jumped up and grabbed that. Commodores trying to force the action. They know they have the numbers here. Trying to wear this team down. Erie in front 1-0, and long ball up the right side, and it's going to be offside against Southern Indiana. One of the few times that the Guardians had navigated into Commodore territory, but the play is offside. David Snowden, I believe, was a few steps ahead of the play. Long ball up the left side. There's a shot towards the goal, and it's in off the left foot of Harrison Watts. Watts got a nice pass coming down the far left side, and his shot eluded Fitzgerald, and it's 2-0. Roughly 20 minutes into the contest.
Keep up intensity. Well done, Harrison. Well done, Harrison. Get it. Press it, press it, press it! No outlet, no outlet!
Commodores goal, scored by number 24, Harrison Watts.
Hey, don't switch off here, boys! Alex, just drop down to 17 for now. Who's with 22? Who's with 11? Alright, right shoulder. Alright, right shoulder. Good. Team Nico coming in.
Shot attempted for the Guardians. Wide on the far side. 2-0 now in favor of the Commodores. That Guardians shot was attempted by Xander Oshner. The second goal for the Commodores scored by Harrison Watts, so he has a helper and a goal. And the Commodores lead 2-0. This National Premier Soccer League contest coming to you from Saxon Stadium on the campus of Mercyhurst University. Crossing ball out in front, deflected and sent out, not cleared. There's a shot towards the goal, and it is stopped by Fitzgerald. That shot was through a screen. It was taken, I believe, by Zarka. Getting close to the approximate time where we'll have our first water break of this contest. But that is at the discretion of the head referee, Alex Perron. Commodores 1-2-1 coming into play today, trying to get to the 500 mark. And right now in front by a score of 2-0. This is Girouge dribbling. Gets it back. Left side, there's a shot toward the goal, and it's hit just wide. Good crossing ball that time. I think the player a little bit disappointed in himself. He didn't get a better strike on that ball, and that's the omnipresent Harrison Watts. 24.5 into the first half, 2-0 in favor of Erie. It's been a good game thus far for Watts, an assist on the first goal of the game, and then a goal of his own there about 17 minutes later. First goal was scored by Alex Leaw. Here's Zarka maneuvering at midfield. Guardians break it up momentarily, but picking up the ball, Mika Langhoff. Left side again, tried a crossing ball, was anticipated nicely by a Guardian backliner, and he's able to steer it out of harm's way. Commodores get it right back and play it back near midfield. Near side to Trapp. And his pass is an errant one, goes out of play on the near side. Commodores trying to press as the Guardians get it in. Finally some room to maneuver for one of the Guardians, and his pass is intercepted just as I said that. I'm going to guess 75 to 100 fans here from what I can see. They're all seated here on the near side. There's a good reason for that, because it's the shade side. That's why the benches are on this side as well. Don't want to sit out in the sun today. This ball is struck well out of play up on the bank briefly, far side. Commodores will throw it in. 27 minutes have gone by here in the first half, and Erie has scored twice, 2-0 over the Guardians. By the way, the Cleveland Guardians are playing very well these days. They won again, I believe, yesterday. Here's Lewis Trapp again. Pass on the near side. And the Commodores finally turn it over. Up ahead now, they get it to Oki. And the long ball will roll in harmlessly to the keeper, Skorodumov, who has had very, very little action here thus far in the first half. Commodores have a number of people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all told, not in uniform, or at least not playing today. Echeverry's pass got it to Waters, back out on top now to Zarka. He and Trapp play catch. Zarka dribbles back into Guardian territory. Left it now for Peterson. Far side, there's a crossing ball, and it's going to be headed out nicely by the Guardians along the near side. Finally some room to maneuver. Coming up the left side is one of the Guardians, and that was Xander Osnar. Finally lost it out of bounds along the near side to my left after a nice move up the near side. 2-0 Erie. Nearly 30 minutes into the first half. We had heard they were going to give a water break at approximately 25 and then at 75, but so far no signal from referee Alex Perron. This game coming to you from Saxon Stadium on the campus of Mercyhurst University in Erie, Pennsylvania. I'm John Leisering. This is the National Premier Soccer League. Visiting Guardians from southern Indiana. Actually, a couple of soccer fields here at Mercyhurst. One in behind us can be used. One of the Guardians wanted a foul there on the Commodores, didn't get it, and here's the water main break that we thought would come. Alex Perron, the official, gives it 31 minutes in.
Today's National Premier Soccer League game. Major sponsors: the Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Erie Insurance, John Russell Brewing Company. Many thanks to the major sponsors. The other game sponsors include Marquette Savings Bank, Northwest Bank, Budweiser, Presque Isle Downs Casino, Perry Construction Group Incorporated, Visit Erie, UPIC 6, the Erie Sports Center, and Vena Velocity Networks. Many thanks to all the sponsors.
Same with you, last 3 times, too many touches, yeah? Be a bit more focus on the ball.
31 minutes exactly into the first half. We get a water break here. Commodores scored early. Alex Lee with help from Harrison Watts. A couple of forwards combining at 3:19 into the contest, and then about 17 minutes later, Watts scored from the far left wing. He was able to get one past Guardian keeper Liam Fitzgerald to make it 2-0. Commodores in dark blue jerseys, white numbers. Guardians in white jerseys with a blue cross in front and a light blue number on the backside.
Andy, 34 on the clock, keep it running.
Skora Dumov retreats to goal again for the Commodores. Light green uniform with dark number. Number 12 on the rear of the jersey. Again, Southern Indiana has to go from here to Niagara for a contest. I believe Coach Leroy told me it was tomorrow. Right now, Guardians in last place in the league. Guardians trying to get back to 500 at 2-2-1. They need a win today to do that. And right now, leading 2-0. Guardians again have it deep in their own possession. Lost it to the Commodores, however. And there'll be a corner kick near side to my right. Sent all the way across, headed high up in the air, and headed towards the goal and then deflected out. Last touched by, I believe, the Guardians again, so another corner kick. With the Commodores in front 2-0, we've played almost 36 minutes of the first half. Another corner kick. Some of the Guardian players shielding their eyes from the sun. They're looking right into the sun as it begins to set in the west. And we're going to have another throw in for the Commodores. This one coming from the far side. Right out in front of the goal, and a good job there by Fitzgerald, who leaped among several players and grabbed it. He's been touched for 2 goals in this game, but he's had the preponderance of the activity here in the first half. Long ball up ahead, and this time the Commodore keeper has to come out and play it out of play, far side. Skorodumov had to beat an on-rushing Guardian to get to it first. Throw in for Southern Indiana. And the throw in is intercepted right off the get-go by the Commodores. Now up near midfield, there's a long ball. Tried to get it through to Harrison Watts, but the pass was too strong. And Fitzgerald was able to come out and grab that one. 2-0 in favor of Erie.
Get the ball, let's go!
Throw in for Southern Indiana, right below our vantage point. Got it into Oki. I believe his last name is actually Kangsapaisal, but he goes by Oki. First name is Narnum, and he wears number 22.
If you run offside there, you run offside there. Don't matter so much. Take the risk on it. Again.
6:15 to play in the first half, 2-0 Erie. From Saxon Stadium on the campus of Mercyhurst University here in Erie, Pennsylvania. Another very hot and humid day here in Northwest PA. Not just here, all over the place. My son lives in the eastern part of the state. He said it got up to over 100 today, and the heat index reached approximately 110. Here's another shot off the side of the net, that time by Watts, who was looking for his second goal. Just missed it on the short side. The officials have really had very little to do here in the first half. There might have been one foul called. There's been maybe one offside, I know for sure. Guardians play it in. Little bicycle kick there. And we do get a foul, I believe, against the Commodores. And to wait to see who was going to get possession of the ball. And once the Commodores got it, Alex Perron whistled the play down for a foul. Free kick right at the 45-yard line. Crossed away. 2-0 Erie. 4.5 minutes to play in the first half. Hit toward the goal. We get a foul from behind on Trapp, who went up the back of one of the Guardians, who's slow to get up. That's David Snowden, I believe. Again, the Guardians have only one bench player, Mark Christie. Now we get a free kick just outside the 18-yard. Both Snowden and Oki are in the neighborhood to take the kick as the Commodores set up the front wall, about 10 yards removed. See what the Guardians have up their sleeves. 2-0. And that shot is just over top of the goal. It was taken by Oki. And he struck it hard. He also struck it a little high and wide. 3 minutes to play in the first half, 2-0 Erie. We remind you, of course, that the clock will stop here right at 45, but the referee may add some stoppage time, so time remaining in the first half is not necessarily precise. Another whistle, and Commodores will take over this time, just below our vantage point to the left. Trap puts the ball in play. Commodores take it from the near side to the far side and back the other way. Tried to run a play. That's broken up by Southern Indiana. Guardians' pass was telegraphed and picked off nicely by Prieto. Commodores have it again, deep in Guardian territory. This is Gregg starting to move, crossing ball, and it goes to no one and out of play. Two to nothing. Alex Lee Yaw scored about 3:20 in from Watts, and then Watts scored about 20 minutes into the half. And that's where we stand right now. Again, this is Saxon Stadium, the campus of Mercyhurst University. Long ball up near midfield, finally corralled by Southern Indiana, and hit towards the Commodores' goal, handled by Skorodumov. Now Southern Indiana trying to get back in the game. They try to send it out in front. There are some Southern Indiana fans here, I believe. That ball's deflected out of play. And we're in extra time here in the first half. Again, the official Alex Perron, as we've hit the 45-minute mark. The play continues. Three minutes, I guess, extra time, as the sign below us indicates.
Has added approximately 3 minutes of extra time during the first half.
Commodores trying to increased the lead. One of the players was tripped up. He thought it was in the box, no call. Now another player goes down, and this time we will get a call. And we're also going to get a card on the Commodore player. I don't know who the card was against. Might have been number 23. Mika Lankoff was also in the neighborhood, but we think it was called against Santiago Echeverri. We're in extra time here in the first half. Commodores 2 and Southern Indiana nothing. And this ball is crossed out in front by Southern Indiana and sent out of harm's way by the Commodores. Again, we don't want to belabor the point, but Southern Indiana came in with just one bench player, Mark Christie. So depth is a problem, heat is a problem. Mark Christie, I'm told, is now in goal for Southern Indiana, replacing Fitzgerald. Again, we're in extra time here in the first half. 2-0 Erie over Southern Indiana in this National Premier Soccer League contest here at Mercyhurst University. We are getting very close to the end of the half. No sooner said than done. First half over. Goals by Alex Leah and Harrison Watts. Erie 2, Southern Indiana nothing at halftime.
Many thanks for major sponsors. Erie Commodores of Osteopathic Medicine, Erie Insurance, and John Russell Brewing Company. Also, these main sponsors: Erie Sports Center, Green Velocity Network, New Penn 6, Visit Erie, Current Construction Group Incorporated, Prescott Advance Casino, Budweiser, Northwest and Northwest Savings Bank. Next golf contest for the Commodores will be Saturday, July 6th, Akron City at 6 p.m.
John Melody here before the game, putting banners up of the major sponsors for the Commodores this season. Making sure that's taken care of. That, of course, is promised. There's a shot out on top by the Commodores, just wide on the near side. Would have been 5-0 had it found the back of the net. 59 minutes into the contest now. Again, the clock will stop at 90, and then whatever additional time is deemed necessary by referee Alex Perron will be tacked on. Four 0 in favor of the Commodores. These two goals here in the second half have made the modest crowd here at Saxon Stadium even more subdued. Players are still chirping a little bit. You can hear them all the way up here, but we get a couple of substitutions coming in now for the Commodores. Coming in is Ignacio Gallego and Guillermo Ferrero, a midfielder and a forward. Free kick for Southern Indiana. Right at the center of the field, long ball and coming out to try to get it. It's saved and the rebound is put home. Keeper couldn't get to it in time, Skorodumov, and finally Southern Indiana scores about 60-50. Once the keeper, Skorodumov, missed it. A lot of white jerseys around there. Southern Indiana scores. I don't know who is going to get credit for that. But it's now 4-1. I don't think that goal will sit well with the Commodores comfortably ahead, but a little bit of miscommunication there. And it ends up in the back of the net. And as we mentioned, a smattering of fans here. There's another long ball as the keeper was way out that time. Skorodumov, and the Guardian tried to knock it over his head into the net, but sent it wide. Long ball, far side, going to be sent back to the keeper. Almost lost it, did the keeper Fitzgerald, but got it away just in the nick of time from Gallego. Danny Prieto barking instructions there near midfield to his teammates. Crossing ball right out in front. Nice save by Fitzgerald after a good turnaround by the Commodore player. It could have been 5-1. Well, I'll tell you what, Fitzgerald hasn't stopped playing. He didn't really have to move for that shot. It was shot right at him. There's another ball into the front of the goal. It's finally cleared out and sent back near midfield now. And the Commodores will settle it down. About 27 minutes of game time remaining. Of course, the officials can add some time. Commodores back on the attack again. They get it over on the right side, and a shot that's blocked. It's going to be deflected out of play. It'll end up being a corner, I believe, for the Commodores. Again, Fitzgerald made an effort to get to it before it crossed the end line. Couldn't quite get there. Corner kick to the right of the scoreboard here at Saxon Stadium. Commodore player will left foot this one away. Right out in front and headed wide. Come back up the field. I'll get the young man who headed that one wide as soon as he turns around. That is Prieto. Four to 1. Giveaway by Southern Indiana right out in front. It's loose and a shot that's saved by someone on the back line for the Guardians with the keeper out of position. Sloppy play by the Guardians there nearly resulted in a 5th goal. And saving the bacon there, as it were, was Trevor Matthews, who knocked away a sure goal. We get a corner kick out in front, and again Fitzgerald makes the play. Rolls it up the near side. Ball finally lost out of bounds just below us by the Guardians. Commodores quickly play it into Southern Indiana territory on the near side. And sent out to near midfield. Four to 1. 3 goals here in the second half, 2 from the Commodores and 1, the most recent one, from Southern Indiana. There's a shot and a goal. What a goal that was from the Commodores. Drilled about, 10, 15 yards out on the right side, clearly beat Fitzgerald. Goal coming about 6 minutes after the Guardians got on the board. I don't know who it was that scored. We're going to get that in just a minute as soon as he turns around. What a nice shot, though. Number 19 gets it. That's Ferrero. Still don't know who scored for Southern Indiana. I don't know if we have that or not. We don't want to cheat the young man out of getting credit for a goal. But someone who has a video replay can look at that and see. All I know is it's 5-1. And there is a baseball on the field right now. I hope the official sees it, because we do have a baseball game going on just behind us. Someone's coming out, one of the linesmen here on the near side, to clean that up. So if we get the Southern Indiana goal scorer, we'll pass it along. It's 5-1 with another baseball on the field. Right at midfield. I hope somebody sees that. You don't want to step on that and turn an angle. Somebody should blow a whistle. Nobody seems to see it. If they do, they're not doing anything about it. Meanwhile, the Commodore is back. They're trying to point out where the baseball is. And one of the Commodores finally picks it up. There's a ball right out in front and banged home. Well, whatever the message was at halftime was read. About 68-45, the time of the goal. Termanini, who scores, I believe that's who it was. So the two of the newcomers who came into play here in the second half have helped the Commodores with goals, Ferrero and Termanini. We're told the record for Commodores for goals in a match is 7. They're one shy of that right now. So we didn't have baseballs on the field for the first, 65 minutes of this contest, including halftime. Now we get 2 in the span of a couple of minutes. That's the inherent danger when you have games going on simultaneously. Nobody's fault. It's just the way it is. You're just hoping people see it so that nobody gets hurt. That would be a real travesty. But someone picked it up for the Commodores and got it out of play. 6-1 right now. 20 minutes of clock time to go in this contest. There may be some additional time added. 5 goals here in the second half. 4 by Erie. There's another shot, and what a stop. Ferrero, who tried to park one on the short side. And I'm going to give a lot of kudos to Fitzgerald today. I know Commodores have 6 goals against him, but he hasn't quit. And he made a very nice save there. Long ball is going to go out of play. Last touched by Southern Indiana. Guardians will now pinch up as we await a Commodore substitution. Dejan Barthley is getting set to come in. And he's coming in, and out will come Ethan Zarka. So, again, I don't know if they know who scored for Southern Indiana or not. At that time, it made it 4-1. Guardians will throw it in from midfield. Immediately, well, very nearly turned it over, not quite. Get a foul this time against Southern Indiana. One of the Commodores is slow to get up. Sitting there across the way.
You can go inside one, it breaks down, and he can be the one who takes more of the gamble. Yeah?
2-0 at halftime in favor of the Commodores, now 6-1. Commodores put it into play to the newcomer Dejan Barthley. Listed as a midfielder, wears number 16. Trap a long ball, tried to get it into Gallego to the left of the goal. Broken up by Southern Indiana. And Guardians again looking to clear their own territory. Guardians intercept again. Here is Termanini. Brings it from left to right, and it's going to be sent out of play by one of the Guardians, beating Termanini to the ball in the middle of the field. And about 20 yards or so out in front of the Guardians' goal. Ball sent to the far side of the goal. We now have been told that the Guardians' goal was scored by number 21, Jeremiah Leroy. So Leroys are well represented on this team with 3 players and both assistant coaches. They're represented on the scoreboard now thanks to that goal. Trying to get a temperature here at Erie right now, just to satisfy my own curiosity. And right now, it says 83. The heat advisory is still on in both Ohio and Pennsylvania. 60% humidity, very negligible winds, only 3 miles an hour. The air quality here is moderate. And of course, bright sunshine here at 7:42. And we get a water break here. So with the score, Erie Commodores 6 and Southern Indiana 1. Back in a moment following this water break.
Officials have awarded another water break. Which we want to recognize our major sponsors for the Commodores, Lincoln, the Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Erie Insurance, and John Russell Brewing Company. Thank you so very much. Other sponsors include Total Construction Group Incorporated, Visiting New Pick 6, Erie Sports Center, Prescott Facility, Budweiser, Unit Velocity Network, Catholic Savings Bank, and Northwest
That was David Snowden who was causing some problems for Southern Indiana. Finally lost possession of the ball in front of the Commodores' goal. Errant Commodores pass intercepted and handed right back. Langhoff had it up near midfield, now to Terminini. Over on the right wing side, hustling to keep it alive is Ferrero. A little pushing and shoving. They move it along the far line, tried to get it out in front. It's deflected out. And one of the Guardians says, hey, I was pushed. How come no call? Corner kick to the right of the Saxon Stadium scoreboard here in the campus of Mercyhurst University. Left-footed attempt is hit low trajectory along the ground, and again it's sent out of play. Last touched by a Guardian. Fitzgerald couldn't grab it. See if he can do a better job on the corner kick here for the Commodores. That's more like it. Side of the goal headed out. Commodores hold it in. Nice job. Keep it moving. There's a shot that's going to be deflected wide. Comes into the left corner. Crossing ball from Prieto is deflected out by Southern Indiana. So the Commodores will improve to 2-2-1. They will have outscored their last two opponents if this score stands up and we get an own goal, I guess, that time. Confused everybody. At least I think it's an own goal. About 83 minutes in. And that ties, if I heard my friend in the press box here, the most goals scored by the Commodores all time at 7. As this lead now is 7-1. So somebody from Southern Indiana inadvertently knocked the ball into its own net. And it's 7-1.
Hey, Luis, down in the start position was better though, yeah? Michael, get the ball, buddy. Michael, get the ball! Yeah, Mo, keep going.
We're told that the own goal inadvertently knocked in by Guardian Michael Miller. It's unfortunate, but it's 7-1. And we get another offside against the Guardians. 5 minutes of actual time left. And again, we'll see how much extra time is added on. 2 yellow cards in this game, both to the Commodores. I believe 1 in each half, if my memory serves me correctly. Nice little give and go there. Finally broken up by the Commodores. Long ball on the left side, picked up now by Mrvcic. Crossing ball is going to be deflected out of play and into one of the trees in behind the north goal. Good job there by Mrvcic. And his crossing pass was knocked out of play. We have someone waiting to check in here for Southern Indiana, and he wears number 16. It's got to be Mark Christie, who we had listed as 0, and he's wearing 16, and he is going to play up front. So we thought he was a reserve keeper, but he's going to play up front in the last 3 minutes plus. We're told that one of their players, Ashton Ochsner, is cramping a little bit. That's why he had to come out. So Guardians were forced to use Christie up front. I'm surprised more people haven't had that issue today. That's the first one that any of us has detected up here. Of course, there's plenty of water available and training staff available. Baseball game is still ongoing behind us. High school tournament of some sort. We didn't have any problem until a couple of foul balls within a 2 or 3 minute span here in the second half went on the playing field here. Commodores again bring it deep into Guardian territory. Barthley had it. Rush toward the goal by Commodores, broken up. I think that's Andy Jones, I believe, 26. It's tough for me to read the number. Yeah, that's Jones, I believe, 26. Guardians get it into Commodore territory, sent out by the keeper. We've got just over a minute, according to the clock, to play in this one. Here's a pass right out in front, and a good job of back checking to take it away from Gallego by Southern Indiana. Mrvcic has it. Got it now to Barthley. Lankoff. Long pass up the left side now to Terminini. This one belongs to the Commodores, 7-1. Told you Southern Indiana goes to Niagara, I believe, from here. 7 hours travel time from Southern Indiana to Erie, Pennsylvania. But that's why they play 2 games, so they... And is that the game? Apparently it is. No additional time apparently is going to be added. So this one is in the books.
Final score in Erie Commodores 7, Southern Indiana 1. Commodores are now 2-1 in the season. Playing a home game in the regular season, July 6th against Akron City FC at 6 p.m. And thanks again to all of the sponsors, Major League Spring Recon, Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine, Erie Insurance, and John Russell Brewing Company. Other thanks go to Prescott Downs Casino, Airtech Savings Bank, Greenwood Velocity Network, Budweiser, Northwest Bank, Erie Construction Group Incorporated, the Erie Sports Center, UPIC 6, and Visit Erie. 7-1, the Commodores prevail. Thanks so much for attending this evening's broadcast. Please again.